Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is something a little bit different for me. I want this to be really rough and raw. This is my journey with comfrey, with these plants behind me. And I recall many years ago, when I was growing up, comfrey was always like a super medicine in my family. My gran used to do problem skins, and one of the things she used to use was comfrey. And I recall any sprains, bruises, we used comfrey, so it was always a great tool for medicinal reasons. But I have to be very honest, I don't know too much about comfrey and about growing, but what I want this journey to be is I just want it to be a journey as I learn about comfrey, because I know it is such a super plant. And when I say that, like super, I mean like it's like one of the plants with superpowers, Those green leaves, they're not green for they're not green, and they're not this big for no reason, Comfrey, I know, has got such a giant taproot that can reach up to 10 feet deep, and it sucks all of those macro and micronutrients up from the ground, so they really grow well. You can even take the smallest little clipping from a root and it will actually form into a new plant. So what I wanted to do is, let me just show you guys. I mean, for a long time I destroyed this place because, first and foremost, I own a compost company. So if you want to check out proper edited, well produced videos, then maybe you want to check out, it's ProGrow Compost, PRO-GRO compost, and there we've got how to DIYs and how-to videos and a lot of different things that we've properly edited, and we're moving into doing some great experimental vegetable gardening and stuff using our compost. But this is just really rough and raw, and it's the way that I think I want it to be. It's more of a journey learning about the plant, and I really want to transform this yard, because when I started my composting journey, it was in my backyard actually here, and I'm very blessed to have such a beautiful place, but I also didn't have the finance at that time, starting a new company, to get really stuck into this yard and to get involved. But I think comfrey is going to help me grow my yard, and it's what I really want, because it's such a powerful plant. I really do believe that. So this area I really want to transform, and I hope you guys watch, and I'm sure the videos will get better and better, and I'll be able to teach you guys something as the videos move on. But for now, it's just a journey, and I'm pretty excited to vlog this and to showcase this comfrey plant in the light that it should be. So let me just show you guys how badly I actually destroyed my yard. This was obviously all done through me starting a compost company and then driving heavy machinery over it. Pretty silly. So this is my horse paddock, which used to have grass. Now it's pretty much a desert. Yeah, that was my fault, driving heavy machinery over it. And we've moved to another farm with our composting activities, so I'll slowly get stuck in here and we'll start growing the grass again. This area has grown quite nicely. There was nothing here actually, because I destroyed this as well, so at least we will get somewhere. But this area over here is my main focus. I really want to kind of get this area full of comfrey. Nothing really grows here except comfrey, and I know they like a full sun to semi-sun area, so quite a nice one. Get some good afternoon sun, and I think we can really spread this area. Maybe I'll take some of this grass out. I'll do some boundaries with comfrey. I don't know, we'll have some fun with it, we'll play around. So I think first things first, I need to kind of do a comfrey tea of sorts, because I think that will probably help in fertilization of my other plants around the house at least. It has got a whole lot of benefits, very stinky stuff. I recall because my father was very involved with permaculture, he used to do this quite often. So let's cut off some of these leaves, we'll break them up nice and fine and make some tea. I'm sure you guys will see in the next video what comes of it. So because the plants haven't like spread, they're fairly new here, what I'm going to do is just going to take a couple off of each, just so that they can keep growing. These leaves are monstrous. That one's a good 40 centimeters. I mean, it's just, and you know what, they're so full of nitrogen just because you can see the greenery. They're also full of phosphorus and potassium, so they really are great when it comes to compost. I know that they heat up a compost pile like so rapidly it'll make your head spin. So I'm going to try and grow a lot of comfrey in this yard because I know there's so many benefits to it. So it's going to be pretty cool to journal all of this, I suppose. They pretty much like self mulch, I would say, because the foliage is just so much that when they drop, they just form a barrier of mulch underneath them. So a lot of the time I know people land up taking them and actually using them around fruit trees, because that mulch and those tap roots they basically form a self-composting, self-mulching system, which is pretty cool. So maybe we'll try that as well. So there's a healthy bunch of comfrey, and now what we're going to do is we're going to shred it, tear it up with our hands. We're going to add some water, put a lid on it, let it ferment for about a month. So I'm just going to empty all of this out. So much in there, and we're just going to really shred this up, I suppose. You know, we're creating more surface area. You might want to wear gloves because these things can be quite an irritant, I suppose. The leaves have got some hairs on them. And comfrey does tend to attract a lot of insects. They've got some beautiful flowers that form, attract bees, attract some valuable critters into the yard, which is a great thing. Everything helps our ecosystem. think that'll do. I really think that'll do. So I didn't plan this video out too well, obviously. I needed it to be as raw as possible, but I think we need to go take a walk and go and add some water. It's so like moist. I don't know, it's a terrible word. It's so wet inside, but like that's just because it soaks up so much of the ground moisture. But let's go and add some water to this, and then that's at least the first thing done. Maybe we can tackle, after that we can tackle some, you know, how to separate these guys and see if I can maybe get two or three. So I managed to fill it with water. Had to walk to the other side of the yard, but we'll leave this to ferment now for maybe 3 to 4 weeks, and then we'll have a nutrient rich liquid fertilizer which we'll use on the rest of the garden. In fact, we can even fertilize the comfrey with their own fertilizer, maybe. Some interesting things to try out. Maybe do some tests, some seed trays, test spraying normal water on them as against spraying the comfrey tea and see what it does. It's pretty cool experimenting. I do enjoy it. Lots of fun. So we just adjust this camera, and then we can try and separate some of these things and maybe, you know, split them up a bit more, plant them in different places. I'll add some compost to them just now. Pretty cool. So, sorry guys, pretty raw. Trying to close this thing up. I leave a little bit of an opening there for it to breathe slightly, and we'll just leave this in the horse stables for a while. So this little Jack Russell over here, her name's Gypsy. She probably get involved. If the Ridgeback or the Bulldog decide to get involved, I might not have much comfrey left, but at least she'll be gentle. So she's okay here. Yeah. So I think I'm probably going to go to the one with the biggest root base, or the thickest base, and I just want to see what sort of root structure. I'll see if I can pull that whole taproot out and show you guys. Be quite interesting, and then see how many plants we can maybe get off of the one. So there's that. That's what he's saying. This taproot is huge, and this is still a baby. But now, if we have to try and separate these, I'm sure we'll be able to actually get some extra plants. I'm sure that guy will grow. Hey, look at that. That one fell off on its own. That one's awesome. That one will grow well. Another segment. Another segment, another segment. And apparently if you plant this like that, just like that, it will grow another one. So we'll plant that one too. See how it goes. See. I don't know what on earth that is, like a gooey substance. I don't know, it looks quite gross. Looks like the roots actually like disintegrating, but it's not good. But I think they'll get some growth. Try that piece. I'm going to plant that whole head like that, then I'm going to plant this taproot again and see how it grows. I think the easiest thing for this next section is going to be to put this video on time lapse, because I've pulled in some reinforcements. I'm actually going to try and separate every single one of these comfrey plants, and I'm going to try and fill this area as much as I can. Now I'm sure they're going to look all wilted over and they're going to look horrible for a little while, but that's okay because they'll bounce back. So we're going to try and separate all of them like this, and then we'll just see how they materialize. I think it's going to be a pretty cool idea because they grow so fast that I doubt we'll have a problem. And it's a journey, it's a vlog, and that's what we can do. So at this point I know that soil health is extremely important, so we're going to add some of our coarse compost, and I think this will assist the comfrey to grow. I hope it will anyway, so we're just going to try it out. I mean, comfrey love nutrients, so I think it'll be an easy way to get some nutrients delivered directly to them. And this over here, oh my god. This over here is my baby. This over here is my first love. My first love. My child. Hey, Dad. So this is Bubbles. It's my English bulldog. This was really a special dog in my life. So I've got an important call coming from my wife, so I'll leave these guys to it. Trixie, please move. I'll leave these guys to it, and I'll check back in just now. I'll show you guys what they did, how many plants we managed to get in, and then we'll be able to see the progression from there. So that's pretty much a wrap for today. I think we've basically doubled the surface area of where my comfrey is, and although they are a bit wilted over, they will spring back. So I'll turn the camera around and you guys can see just exactly what we've got now, and I really do think they'll spring back nicely, and we'll probably like double and triple over the next 2 months or so. And hopefully you guys like and subscribe, and then you can come on this journey with me. I think we've got a magical plant here that needs more discovery, so we hope to see you guys again soon. Let me turn you guys around and enjoy. Yeah, so right now it's a lot of unhappy unhappy guys, but that's okay. I think they'll bounce back fairly soon. Put a bit of water on them just now, and I think we'll be good to go. See a lot of insect activity around here. Always involved with the comfrey. GoPro, stop recording.